Welcome back to the podcast. Today on Self-Love Ignited, we are talking about weight loss and self-acceptance. Do they go together? How do they go together? How do we make peace between them? If I'm working on loving myself, am I also allowed to want to change my body? This is a really big question. It's a really important conversation to have. And I have a really awesome free resource for you. So jump on in, check it out. My name is Katie Allen, and this is Self-Love Ignited. Let's get to it. Welcome back to Self-Love Ignited. Today, I want to have a conversation with you all about weight loss and self-acceptance. And these two things that on the surface may look like they are polar opposites, I want to talk about how we can bring them together. So first off, before we get into anything, I want to say that you may not agree with me, and that's okay. What I'm talking about today is both my personal opinion. It is from a lot of reading and educating myself that I've done. And it is also from having a lot of conversations with a lot of people. Okay. You don't have to agree with me, and I'm okay with that. I firmly believe that self-acceptance and weight loss can go together. They do not have to go together, but I think that they can go together. All right. This is a tricky one, right? Because there is this idea that if you love yourself, if you accept yourself, that you should never want to change yourself. That it's like, I love myself for all that I am. I love my body for all that it is. Every pound, every kilo, everything that is part of me, I love it. And then there's this subconscious thing that is like, and now I'm not allowed to want to change it. And I do not agree with that. I actually think that when we love ourselves, when we love our bodies, that part of that is doing everything we can to take care of ourselves, to better ourselves, to be the best, to be the happiest, to be the healthiest that we can be. And sometimes for some people in some situations, that includes weight loss, right? So it's important that I note as well, there's lots of reasons why people want to lose weight. There's lots of reasons why you might want to lose weight. Now, some of these reasons go along with the idea of self-acceptance. Some of them do not. If you want to lose weight because you want to take the extra pressure off of your knees, because you want more energy, because you want to be able to run around with your kids or with your dog. Maybe you have a goal of like running a marathon or something, and you feel like you need to lose some weight off your body in order to make that possible. By the way, you don't have to. There's lots of heavier marathon runners, but that's a different conversation, right? If you feel like there is something within you that is like, I want to lose weight for these reasons, cool. But if you are on the I want to lose weight because I don't feel worthy of love being the size that I am, that's the tricky bit, right? That is the tricky bit. And that's really where this conversation comes in, is that we get to do both of them together. If you are simply pursuing weight loss to have a smaller body because you think it's going to make you lovable, you think it's going to make you worthy, you think it's going to make you feel like you're finally good enough or like you finally measure up, I can tell you from personal experience, I can tell you from, again, talking to a lot of people, weight loss makes you feel great short term, but if you don't deal with the inside stuff, it's not actually going to make you feel better, right? And that is why there are like supermodels in the world, and there's been quite a few like public conversations about this in the media. There's been like supermodels who have what the rest of society would consider a quote unquote perfect body, and they're really thin and they're really toned and they're all of this stuff, and they still feel awful in their bodies. They still have their own stuff because they changed the package, but they didn't change the inside. And I think for a really long time, and a lot of the conversation that I've been having, both on this podcast, on my own social media, in my own life with my own clients, a lot of that conversation has been how to love yourself without having to change your body, right? Like love yourself as you are now without losing that weight, but you're allowed to want to do both, right? And part of doing this in a loving way is working with your body. Now, when I'm talking about weight loss and self-acceptance, I'm talking about doing this through a lens of love, compassion, kindness, not through a lens of punishment, deprivation, punishing yourself. That's not what we're doing here. And we are also working with your body, not against your body. Everybody has what I call a happy weight, for lack of a better term. Essentially, it is where your body naturally sits, your body weight naturally sits when you are living your best, healthiest, happiest life. When you are eating foods that energize you, when you are getting enough sleep, when you are managing your stress, when you are doing activities that light you up, when you are moving your body, when you are active, when you are doing all of these things, your body will naturally regulate and it will get to a point. And that point is not usually, for most people, supermodel thin, because for most bodies, that is not a happy place. Even for a lot of models, that is a very unhealthy place. So when I'm talking about weight loss through the lens of self-acceptance, it is about working with your body to help it achieve its unique, happy weight, whatever that may be. Now, I have a masterclass coming up next week about this exact thing. So if you are watching this live or in the first few days after it is released, next week, June 28th, there is a brand new masterclass coming out, and it is called the Weight Release Mindset Masterclass. It is where we are going to talk about all of this, right? The mindset pieces, all of the background stuff. We're not going to talk about diets and food plans. No, thank you. No, we are going to talk about mindset. We're going to talk about working with your body to help you release extra weight that you've been carrying, not lose it, release it. We're going to talk about the difference in the masterclass so that you can feel good in your body, right? Feel great in your body now and feel great in your body once you've lost this weight, so that you can show up in your life in whatever way you desire. If you have a business, a lot of this for many business owners comes with showing up in photos and on videos and doing trainings and talking with your audience, right? And feeling confident enough to do that. And even if you're not a business owner, this may just be like being in family photos, right? Being confident, being seen in your wardrobe, or being confident, being intimate with your partner, right? Like this affects lots of different things. So if this is you, if you're holding on to a bit of extra weight, you'd like to release it, you don't want to do the whole diet roller coaster thing, and you also really want to love your body and work with self-acceptance, and you want to merge those two, please come along to the masterclass. There's a link in the show notes to sign up. If you're watching this on video on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, check out the comments. Instagram, there's a link in my bio where you can sign up. And if you're watching this after June 28th, if you're like, I think I've missed it, it's way too late, this challenge is actually, it's not a challenge, a masterclass. This masterclass is actually happening live inside my Facebook group, the Heart Space community. That community is always open, and I plan on leaving the replay up indefinitely. I don't see why I would take it down at this point. There are going to be some offers that are going to be like time sensitive, but the actual teaching of the masterclass is still going to be there. So even if you're watching this or listening to this in the future, you can still come along, join the Facebook group. Again, there will be links in the show notes. Just scroll down and check it out. Join the Facebook group, and you can scroll on through and find it, and it'll be there for you. Okay. So if this conversation of losing weight, self-love, self-acceptance, how to bring them together, how to do them at the same time, if this is something you're interested in, if you want to lose weight, maybe you are already doing a meal plan or an eating plan or working out with a trainer or whatever it happens to be, still come along, right? Because we're talking about the mindset piece. If you're not doing any of the physical actions at the moment, but you have a yearning for this, a desire, again, come along. You're going to get value from it. These things can coexist very peacefully. You absolutely can pursue weight loss and love yourself. You absolutely can have both. And if you want both, come along, join the masterclass. I would love to see you there. If you've got questions, if you've got comments, concerns, whatever that may be, please reach out to me. You can always DM me on Instagram or on Facebook. That's the easiest way to get in touch with me. Please do so. All right. This is available for you. This is a free resource I'm creating for you because you're allowed to want this. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. Nice and simple. Come to the masterclass. I will see you there. Okay. Lots of love to you. I'll see you next time.